What if one of the most common foods in your kitchen right now is quietly making weight gain easier, increasing inflammation, and pushing your blood sugar in the wrong direction without you ever noticing it? I'm talking about peanut butter. For years, people have been told it's a healthy food, a simple source of protein, a smart snack, something good for the heart, especially after 50. But here's what almost nobody explains. After 50, your metabolism changes. Your body processes fats, sugars, and calories differently than it did in your 20s or 30s. And peanut butter? Depending on the type you eat and how you use it, it can either help your body stay strong and stable, or slowly push it toward weight gain, inflammation, and insulin resistance. And most people never realize the difference. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, what to avoid, and the simple rule that determines whether peanut butter becomes helpful or harmful after 50. So first, why did peanut butter become known as a healthy food in the first place? Because nutritionally, it does contain some valuable things. Just 2 tablespoons provide around 7 grams of protein, along with healthy fats, magnesium, vitamin E, and antioxidants that may support heart health. And after 50, protein becomes more important than ever because your body naturally starts losing muscle mass with age. This process, known as sarcopenia, can quietly slow down metabolism, reduce strength, and make everyday movements feel harder over time. Muscle is not just about appearance. It acts like a metabolic engine. The more muscle you preserve, the better your body tends to handle blood sugar, burn calories, and maintain energy. That's one reason protein-rich foods are often recommended for older adults. And then there are the fats found in peanuts. Peanut butter contains monounsaturated fats, the same category of fats found in foods like olive oil and avocados. These fats can support heart health and help cells respond better to insulin. In simple terms, they help your body manage energy more efficiently. That's why studies on nuts and legumes have often linked them to better cardiovascular health and lower risk of chronic disease. So at first glance, peanut butter seems like the perfect health food. But here's where the story changes. Because after 50, the details matter far more than people realize. Peanut butter is not just protein. It's actually a very calorie-dense food. Just 2 tablespoons contain close to 200 calories. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but here's the issue. As you age, your metabolism naturally slows down. Your body burns fewer calories at rest than it used to. At the same time, hunger and fullness signals become less reliable, which means overeating becomes easier, even when you think you're eating healthy. And peanut butter is one of the easiest foods to overconsume. A spoonful while cooking, another while making toast, a little extra because it tastes healthy. And suddenly, a small snack becomes hundreds of extra calories. Over time, those extra calories often get stored as visceral fat. That's the dangerous deep belly fat that wraps around your organs, and visceral fat is not harmless. It behaves almost like an active organ inside the body. It releases inflammatory chemicals into the bloodstream, increasing stress throughout the entire system. And chronic inflammation is strongly connected to many of the problems adults over 50 struggle with most. Weight gain, fatigue, blood sugar instability, heart disease, and joint pain. But here's where peanut butter can become even more misleading, not because of peanuts themselves, but because of what manufacturers add to them. Most commercial peanut butters are heavily processed. Many contain added sugar, cheap processed oils, stabilizers, and artificial ingredients designed to improve texture and shelf life. And these additions completely change how your body responds. Let's talk about sugar for a moment. When you eat added sugar, glucose rises quickly in the bloodstream. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin. Insulin's job is to move sugar from the blood into the cells for energy. But when insulin levels stay elevated over and over again, your cells gradually stop responding properly. This is called insulin resistance. Think of it like someone knocking on a door repeatedly. At first, the door opens easily, but over time, the cells become less responsive, so the body releases even more insulin to force glucose inside. And high insulin levels encourage the body to store more fat, especially around the stomach. This creates a dangerous cycle. More insulin, more belly fat, more inflammation, and worsening blood sugar control. And that's why certain peanut butters can quietly become a hidden sugar trap, because people see the word protein and assume the product must automatically be healthy. But even natural peanut butter has something most people never think about: omega-6 fats. Now this is important. Omega-6 fats are not bad by themselves. Your body actually needs them. They help regulate immune function and normal inflammation. The problem is balance. Modern diets already contain extremely high amounts of omega-6 fats and very low amounts of omega-3 fats. When that balance becomes too extreme, the body may stay in a constant low-grade inflammatory state. Not the short-term inflammation needed for healing, but chronic inflammation that quietly stays switched on for years. And over time, chronic inflammation has been linked to cardiovascular problems, joint stiffness, cognitive decline, and metabolic disease. So if peanut butter becomes an everyday habit, especially in large amounts, it may contribute to that imbalance. Again, the issue is not one spoonful, it's the long-term pattern. Now, at this point, you may be wondering, should you stop eating peanut butter completely after 50? Not necessarily, because peanut butter itself is not automatically unhealthy. The real issue is quality, quantity, and how you eat it. And this comes down to what I call the 3-point peanut butter rule. This is the simple test that determines whether peanut butter supports your metabolism or slowly works against it. Number 1, check the ingredients. Turn the jar around and read the label carefully. The best peanut butter should contain one ingredient: peanuts, maybe a little salt. That's it. No added sugar, no hydrogenated oils, no unnecessary additives. Because once those ingredients are added, you are no longer eating a simple whole food. You're eating an ultra-processed product that affects your metabolism very differently. Number 2, control the portion size. This is where many people make mistakes. Even healthy foods can become harmful in excess, especially after 50, when calorie needs are lower than they used to be. A healthy serving is usually about 1 to 2 tablespoons, not half the jar. Not giant spoonfuls straight from the container. Measured portions matter, because too much calorie-dense food, even healthy fat, can still contribute to gradual weight gain over time. And number 3, pair peanut butter correctly. Never combine it with highly processed sugary foods. Instead, pair it with fiber-rich foods that digest slowly. Things like apple slices, whole grain toast, oatmeal, or plain oats. Fiber slows digestion and helps stabilize blood sugar levels. This creates a slower release of glucose into the bloodstream, reducing large insulin spikes. And that changes how your body responds to the entire meal. Instead of becoming a metabolic stressor, peanut butter becomes part of a balanced, satisfying food combination. And this is really the bigger lesson after 50. The goal is not simply eating foods labeled healthy. The goal is metabolic stability, stable blood sugar, stable energy, lower inflammation, better muscle preservation, and healthier body composition over time, because small habits repeated every single day eventually shape your health in powerful ways. So here's the truth most people never hear. Peanut butter is neither a miracle food nor a poison. It's a tool in its natural form. Used carefully, in reasonable amounts, it can support heart health, energy, and muscle maintenance. But when it's ultra-processed, overloaded with sugar, and eaten mindlessly in large amounts, it can quietly contribute to the exact health problems many adults over 50 are trying to avoid. So tonight, I want you to do one simple thing. Go into your kitchen, pick up your peanut butter jar, turn it around, and read the ingredients. Because sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest long-term changes. If you found this video helpful, comment below. What kind of peanut butter are you currently eating? And did anything in this video surprise you? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who still believes every peanut butter is automatically healthy. Because after 50, the smallest details often make the biggest difference. I'm Dr. Richard Vance, and I'll see you in the next video.